Just to share this experience of Venom, Candyman, Night of the Living Dead, The Rock, Final Destination. But I want you to know you are now entering the
Cinema
Chop Shop with a top and the pop. Boom, boom, bop.
The Cinema Chop Shop.
What's going on, everybody? It's David from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop, so park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. And today I'm here to do a review, and usually I'm by myself, but today I have the usual suspect, Del Boy from Movie Mash or Third Reel or whatever it is. And whenever the hell, when are you going to start your channel, man? When are you going to start your new channel?
I don't know. When people leave it in the comments and ask me to do it, and then I'll do it. But until then,
X-Files asked about your Superman review. And,
yeah, he probably don't care anymore now.
You said what?
He probably doesn't care now.
Well, yeah, it's too late now, man. You over here, you see, you did that poster behind you. You've done it no justice.
Come on, I'm doing it justice by not reviewing it.
See,
I might do them all. I might review all the Superman and leave it after. If anyway.
All right. So today we're reviewing Weapons, which is a Zach Cregger movie. And if you guys are not familiar with Zach Cregger, he did Barbarian, which was actually a really good movie. A lot of people love that movie. They love the twists in it, and you know that movie was praised as like a new horror possible classic. But anyway, this movie Weapons finds a young teacher who comes to class one day and mysteriously most of her students are missing except one damn kid. These kids in the town just in the middle of the night just went off into the sunset and just ran like this. Right? Not in the sunset, but in the middle of the night, they just ran. They fucking anime ran into the darkness. Now, the whole movie is about trying to find out what happened to these kids and why is it happening. And cut scene, that's all I'm going to talk about because I don't want to ruin it for you. But, Del Boy, when you went to go see this movie or when you saw this movie, did you have any idea what it was that you were walking into?
I haven't actually seen it yet. I thought you was telling me about it.
Funny, we already talked about this.
No, I had no idea what it was about. I just had heard buzz about it. That's actually pretty good. And then you seen it and said it was really good, so I had to check it out. I'm a sucker for good horrors. Recently, I've been more interested in horrors that I don't know enough about. You know, sometimes it's fun. And to me, the mystery on this was, I wouldn't say more intriguing, but I did, when the mystery is so good that it has to have a good kind of ending to it then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm watching this TV show, this horror TV show called From. Have you heard of it?
From? I feel like I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's so mysterious. And I'm like, you better have a good conclusion to what's going on. You know, that kind of thing. And this did. I will say I wasn't disappointed with the conclusion.
Weapons' third act was... You know, sometimes you want to leave the movie theater feeling satisfied. This movie will definitely leave you feeling satisfied.
Would it be okay to mention what type of antagonist we're dealing with?
Nah, because it's not alluded to in the trailer. So.
All right, what I will say is, I've been saying for years, we need more of this type of antagonist because we've had the same zombies, vampires, zombies, and there's a few horror elements, famous horror kind of things that we haven't really tapped into. But when we have tapped into over the years, I'm gonna get stung, they've always been pretty decent to me, so I feel like maybe this could be the start of people tapping into this kind of villain type thing, if you get what I mean. Like that, we've seen a few in the past, as I said, and I've always enjoyed them. And I always find they're creepy as hell when they're done correctly, So, and I felt this one was done correctly, and the person playing the villain was messed up in every kind of way.
Yeah, well, I will say this. this movie is in chapters, and honestly, chapter movies are not easy to do. I think the only person that I've seen do chapters perfectly was Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you don't normally associate chapter movies with horror movies. Now, I will say, at the beginning of the movie, it felt like it was dragging a little bit because that fucking narration. That narration went on a little bit longer than I would have liked, and
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
kind of like you're kind of like pulling my teeth right now. Like, shut up already and kind of get to the story.
Yeah.
That's probably my only real gripe with this movie. But once this movie gets going, it goes. And it just continues. And the cool thing about it is most of the characters, even the characters that you feel like when they put the spotlight on them, I'm like, how the fuck? I'm like, why would I want to know about this character? Like, this character has absolutely nothing to offer. And then surprisingly, they have something to offer. Like, they have something intriguing and something really well to add to the story. So this movie is in chapters, and each chapter focuses on a different character. And I will say that it's done perfectly. Like I don't feel like any character
They interact sort of thing at the same time,
Yeah, it's like Pulp Fiction, right? All characters eventually kind of like interact at one point or another. But yeah, I feel like none of the characters were, because there was one character. I think you know who I'm talking about. There's one character that's kind of like outside of the circle. Think Needles. The needle. The tent.
The tint.
The tent, like the tent, the blue tent.
Oh,
that
yeah.
character, I didn't feel like that character was going to offer anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when they focused on him, I'm like, why the fuck do I want to know about this character? Like, he's like literally, he's outside of the story. Like, he was in this one scene where he was like outside of somewhere, and he was in this other scene where he interacted with this other.
I will say though, I loved that bit when that person got a smack in the face. Yeah, I loved it. You know why? Then it just reminded me why I probably couldn't be a police officer, because what happened to the police officer at that moment, I would have lost my shit too.
Oh yeah, definitely, because he asked him like several times, "Hey." It was like, nah.
Yeah, and needles and blood and stuff like that. I don't blame him. I know, because he's human, but I would have done exactly the same.
I will say this: at some point in the movie, did you feel like it lost like the horror vibe to it, but then it came back to it at the end?
No, I always felt there was a bit of a horror vibe the whole time. More of a mystery.
Well, not with the officer and that other. Well, okay, not with the officer. The officer's story, I felt like there wasn't really much of a vibe. It just felt like a regular ass story. He was just dealing with like his actions and the consequences.
Yeah, because they gave him stuff like about he's having an affair.
It's all right. It's all right.
No, it gave him more of a backstory than he needed.
Yeah, exactly.
There was no reason for him other stuff.
Because I felt like there was moments in this movie where it just didn't feel like a horror, but I felt like it came back to it, and it built it again. It built up to something.
I didn't see it as a horror at all.
I will
a mystery type thing. It has horror in it, but I was just more intrigued by the mystery.
I think that once you get to the last story, that's when it like the last two stories is when it becomes like a full blown horror.
Yeah,
that's when it becomes a full blown horror. Outside of that, it's like
a mystery. Yeah,
it is like a mystery, thriller type thing. But like,
I will say, what was I gonna say? There was one little thing I was slightly disappointed in, and it's only a nitpick, but Josh Brolin and the Silver Surfer.
That's the Silver Surfer? I didn't even know that.
The new one from the Fantastic Four, yeah. But anyway, they started. There's some investigation going on. Remember, he's pinpointing this and pinpointing that.
Yeah.
I felt like I'd like to have seen more investigation of that type where they were working together, but it felt like they were working together for 5 minutes and then it was done, sitting in the car doing this and that.
It's because he was looking at a map, and when he was driving, he doesn't know the area. Like, he doesn't know. So
he points out,
he's looking at numbers on the houses, but he doesn't know the houses. So she just so
Yeah,
happens
yeah, I
exactly
know.
which
I
house
just
it
would
was.
like to have seen, because I was really kind of enjoying the moment where they were they were coming up with conclude, and then all right, obviously it is what it is, but I was kind of waiting for them to kind of get into more of the investigation part of it, But as I said, and I also feel
Honestly,
it's
if they would have just listened to their dreams, they would have figured it out a long ass time ago. Because they both
also,
dreamed the same, almost the damn near the same thing, and it's like if you would have just followed your dream, I think you would have been all right.
but I also felt it's a kind of a smaller role for Josh Brolin.
I almost didn't even recognize him for a minute. I was like, yeah, you know what's funny?
No,
When they
it's
first
a big
introduced
role.
him, I thought it was Kevin Bacon. I was like, is that Kevin Bacon? Because it was a weird angle he had.
I will say, like it's, don't get me wrong, it's still a big role he has in it. It's just it felt like, I don't know, it felt like it's not the type of thing I would have saw him in. It would be more of a big budget type thing. I don't know. It's still good though.
I mean, if this movie's on the track to making a lot of money. It basically doubled its budget on a weekend. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was 38 million to make, and it's like at 78 or something like that. So it basically doubled its budget, which is amazing for a movie of this magnitude. So in all actuality, when we're getting down to the nitty gritty with the review part of it, I think the movie just flows really well. I think it flows well from beginning to end. My only gripe is that narration at the beginning goes a little bit long, and honestly, it could kind of take you out of the movie. But once the movie gets going, it's going. I feel like every character is captivating. I feel like the cinematography was done well. The little bit of horror elements that it did have was cool. The antagonist was really cool and interesting, and I feel like the third act was very satisfying. I also heard that the movie.
Actually, I have to say, I was actually laughing at the end.
Oh hell yeah! I laughed. I was busting up laughing, dude. That
I
shit
mean,
was hilarious.
I don't know if it was meant to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was great ending and it was
It's the
horrific.
visual of it. It's just the
But
visual.
you know that I'm trying to run through. I was like,
You can see all these.
yeah, but I was like, wait, where the fuck are you going? You can't even walk. But again, don't want to get into spoilers, but yeah, I started laughing at that a little bit. It was quite funny, and it went on for ages.
The movie had some funny moments in it. I don't know if it was trying to be, but it just was funny. But
yeah.
Any more gripes out of the movie outside of
No. Like you said, I felt at the beginning could have just a bit tightened up. The gripe I said about I wish they did more investigation. It's not. It's only a small nitpick. It didn't change nothing, And the antagonist was good. And I do feel that movies really should be tapping into more of that kind of genre. It's a classic genre, but it's never been. And I feel like the ones that we've had have been big. They've done well. They've been creepy, but we go back to the zombies.
I will say that this movie, the storyline is familiar, meaning like we've seen movies like it before.
Yeah.
But I will say that it was done in such a way where it feels original.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then also I heard that he might be working on a sequel. He has an idea for a sequel. How he would go about it, I don't know.
Of course, if it does well, it will be a sequel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, but I don't really know where you would go from.
I do. Who this person is? How do they become that way? Make it like.
I mean that's a prequel idea, sure, but
Yeah.
We're talking sequel. He said he has an idea for a sequel. I didn't hear a prequel, but
maybe there's more than one. Maybe there's a.
I mean, if there's one, there has to be another. So there's that.
Stuff, kind of get what I mean.
No, I get what you're saying. Oh, dude, is this the look? To me, this is the best movie I've seen this year. What do you think?
I'm still on the fence, but I still think Bring It Back is up there.
I'm not even going to argue with you about that. I think that's a solid runner-up. I feel like this movie, I just felt more satisfied overall.
I would say the ending on this is more satisfying.
That's what edged it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Bring Her Back was like excellent, and then the ending was good. I feel like this movie
left me with too many questions that could be answered, but shouldn't be asking those questions, But again, still good. Still good. Yeah, it's up there. Both of them, I'm on par. Because I will say, Bring It Back kind of surprised me a lot as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This surprised me because it's New Line Cinema. This isn't Neon. This isn't A24. This is New Line.
Okay.
Which surprised the shit out of me because I don't. When I hear regular studios like Blumhouse and New Line and shit like that, I think of like basic cookie cutter ass horror movies. You know, I don't think of them doing anything really innovative. I felt like this movie was kind of innovative and it surprised me.
Yeah, I mean, did you kind of come to before you knew? Did you have an idea what was it going to be?
Yes and no.
I thought it was going to be.
I thought the antagonist was somebody related to. We'll talk about it off camera, but I thought the antagonist was somebody else. I didn't think it was who it
I thought it wasn't going to be. I thought it was going to be, you know.
No, I got you. But
yeah, it felt weird like that, you know.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Well, like I said, I think that this is probably the best movie of the year so far. The year isn't even up, and it's funny that we had this conversation a year ago. I think it was about a year ago when we had a conversation about our horror movies, like replacing superhero movies in the realm of like being the It movies. You know what I'm saying? Like the quality of horror movies improving so much where they're becoming like It movies. And you were like, nah, I don't see it. Like, I don't see them dethroning superhero movies anytime soon, so on and so forth. But I mean, we've had a really good year where some of the best movies this year, almost all the really good movies this year were horror movies.
You know the thing about superhero movies, all of them, no matter which type it is, they all have the same first, second, and third act. It's kind of, it's like paint by numbers. There might be different. It's a cookie cutter. Thing about horror movies, I always find it very hard to make a horror movie to be good because everything has been done. Now, as I said, superheroes, they don't need to worry because they just followed the numbers. Do you know what I mean? Do what we normally do.
And then they also come in with the IP usually, and the IP already has a fan base. It's a lot easier to do that versus like a horror movie.
The horror movie, to get it to be interesting. I mean, obviously, we like, what was that one we were just talking about a second ago? Violent Nature and all that. They're just kind of your basic fun horror, you know, but it's nothing we hadn't seen before. And a few other things like Terrifier, in a sense, it's what we've seen before, just personified.
It's something that you were familiar. It's something that you've seen before, but not in today's age.
To make a film that anyone, because not everyone could watch Terrifier or Violent Nature.
Yeah, like Justin.
I feel a lot of people could watch this.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is a movie that can cater to more audiences. You know what I mean?
And would you say was it 12?
This movie, I want to say it's PG-13, but I think it was R. Oh, for us it was R. I think. Let me see.
Yeah, because I feel like it's creepy, but it didn't dive into gore too much, if you get what I mean. But it didn't need to. The bits that were on it were quite freaky, like, you know, the guy at the petrol station or the gas station, you guys call it, you know. That was a bit.
Weapons is rated R due to the film's strong bloody violence, grisly image, language throughout. Yeah, they cussed, they used drugs, and there was the lady got humped. So
okay, fair enough.
Usually when movie, I think that once a movie says "fuck" more than twice, they usually they tend to throw it into the rated R category.
Yeah, I bet it's different here.
Yeah, like a 4-grade rating system or something, huh? Or 5. You guys got like a 4 or 5.
Yeah, so we got 12A, which is your PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we've got, after that, we've got a 15, where we say, like, you know, It.
Yeah.
That would be a 15. We'll say the Terrifier would probably be an 18. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But
see, that makes sense.
High, you know?
To me, that makes more sense than what we do out here because sometimes you watch a rated R movie and you're like, I can see like a 15.
Like what we're talking about now, it felt like it's not Terrifier.
Yeah, I can see a 15, 16-year-old watching this movie. Like, you shouldn't have to be 18 years old to watch this
I
movie.
know. Apparently, this one is an 18.
Oh.
Yeah, which is a bit. I thought it was a 12A, but all right. Maybe I'm coming immune.
But overall, we both like the movie. I think that it's probably one of the better movies of the year. I think it's the best movie of the year so far. There are still some other movies that need to come out. We still got him. We still got Shelby Oaks. We still got Black Phone 2. We got, and then there's another. You said what?
Crystal Lake, isn't that coming this year? And Derry.
No, I think Crystal Lake is still being filmed. Derry, the TV series, is coming in October. There's another movie that I'm interested in seeing. Let me see if I can find the name of it. It's it's like a found footage movie that looks really damn good, surprisingly. If I can find it. Oh, listen to the doggy cry.
Madman Mom.
He said Madman Mars.
Yeah, it's a found footage one.
It's called Strange Harvest. There's a movie coming out this year called Strange Harvest, and honestly, it looks pretty damn good. It kind of reminds me of the Poughkeepsie tapes, but
I will say, you know, I'm looking forward to.
What?
I think it's this year. I am looking forward to the Ed Gein story.
The Ed Gein TV show? Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
Because his story is quite macabre. Like Chainsaw Massacre was based on that, and Psycho, you know, and going by the Dharma and that show. What was the brothers? What do you call it?
Kevin and Kevin and
Mendes thing.
The Menendez brothers.
Yeah,
Menendez brothers.
So that was surprisingly good. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, once that company, whoever's making those movies or those TV series, is doing a really good job at it.
That's why I wouldn't be that bothered in general, but I'm looking forward to this Ed Gein. You know, I'm just not crazy on the actor, but we'll see if we can pull it off. You know.
What we giving Weapons on a grading scale from A to F?
I'll go with Justin and an A+.
A plus, bro. This movie's an A plus, bro.
I would give it.
I give it a solid A. I can't give it the plus, but I will give it an A. Like it's a solid movie.
Sorry, a B. Maybe B+. I'd have to rewatch it again, let it sink in a bit more. But yeah, I mean, I was satisfied for the whole film. A feels maybe a bit too high, but I don't know. Anyway,
well, I think an A+ is a little high. Right?
I wouldn't argue with you with the A anyway, because the mystery. It's hard to make a horror, like I said, to make a horror interesting. Now everything has been done,
and this movie has replay value.
Yeah, definitely.
Which like a lot of, and I think that plays a big factor into that A grade. Like, and that's what makes a movie good. If you can watch it.
To me, what the replay value comes in most with this is the antagonist.
Yeah, exactly. Because now you're going to be looking at the background to see the other things.
Deserves an award or something, you know, or a mention. That was stupid good.
Now that hair deserves an award. But oh man, that haircut. Anyway, but yeah, so I give it an A. Del Boy says he gives it a B+. He says he might rewatch it, see if it boosts his grade. But I think it's the best movie of the year. He's still sticking with Bring Her Back. What do you guys think? Have you guys seen?
No. I can't. I'd say on par, but I wouldn't say Bring Her Back. I just kind of on par at the moment with it.
Okay, so he's at a stalemate between the two movies. He thinks that they're both up there, and either or can edge the other one out. But don't make sure you figure that out by the time the end of the year comes, because you know me, I like to do the best horror movies of the year. So we'll figure that out by then. But let us know in the comment section down below. Have you guys seen Weapons? Did you like it? What's your personal grade for this movie? Let us know in the comment section down below. You guys are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and then I will wait for Del Boy to eventually create his damn channel so you guys can go, because he wants to create a new channel. But anyway, adios. Have a great day. All that good stuff.
I want to play a game. Subscribe now. The choice is yours. You're now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop.